the ZTW ESC. Oh shit, there it goes. Oh shit, that was my foot yet again. Damn. Oh yeah. All right guys, today is the day. I have my HBX 2997A. Today I'll be running it on 4S. I'll be running the stock 2S batteries in series. Otherwise, the truck is completely stock with the exception of a ZTW 120 amp ESC. This ESC here is only $40 on AliExpress. So, $40 ESC in combination with one wire here, this wiring harness to run the two stock 2S LIPOs in series is only $50, and I'm really curious to see how fast this thing will go. I'm guessing it's probably going to hit somewhere around probably 55 to 60 miles an hour on these two stock batteries with only $50 in modifications. But before I run it at 4S, I'm going to go ahead and throw in this Turnigy. I always do that. Turnigy 2S 4200 mAh battery. See if it's any faster than the stock batteries were. The stock batteries hit 30 miles an hour, so this may gain a couple miles an hour. Then I'm gonna run this Lipiri Air 3S battery. This is easily my strongest 3S battery that fits in this truck. And in previous videos, I tested it against several other 3S batteries and it outperformed them all by several miles an hour. So this thing's a real powerhouse. And with the previous setup in here with the XTeam 3650 sized motor, 5400 kV, this battery brought this truck up to 61 miles an hour. So it was quite spicy. And then, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and run the two stock batteries here. Now, this ZTW ESC just barely fits in here, but for $40, this thing has been great. 2S to 4S compatible, and it's run flawlessly so far. And here is the stock 540 sized motor, 3800 kV motor. So it spins considerably slower than the XTeam motor I was running, which is 5400 kV. And today we're gonna run it with the stock motor to compare the two setups. Stay tuned, guys. First up is the Turnigy Nanotech 2S 4200 mAh LiPo. And the GPS is zeroed out and reading. Now again, stock, this truck only went 30 miles an hour on the stock 2S LiPo. Okay, 31.4. Let me do one more run. And 31.2, so very consistent, and that's again on a 2S LiPo. Only picked up about a mile an hour, a little over a mile an hour from the stock 2S, but it will run well over 2 times longer running this battery because the capacity is 4200 mAh instead of the stock 1800 mAh. And again, I have a video on how to fit larger batteries in here, link in the video description. All right, next up is this Lipiri Air 3S 2200 mAh LiPo. This thing is one of my fastest, it is my fastest 3S LiPo in this size, and it outperformed all the others I've tested in the past, hitting 45 to 46 miles an hour when this truck was stock. GPS is zeroed out and reading. Oh, those brakes are a little touchy there. I need to get the programming card so I can adjust those. All right, on the first run, 47.5. So that's the fastest this thing ever's gone on 3S with the stock motor. That ZTW 120 ESC may have added a little speed to it. Let's see if I can get another 47 mile an hour pass. It may slow down slightly. I would never do these kind of runs with my Bandit. It's midday, which I don't usually run the Bandit out here midday. There's just too much traffic. But this being slower and needing less space, I'm willing to take the risk. All right, 46.7 miles an hour on 3S. That is a really strong showing. And again, I am running my 3S 2200 mAh Lapierre. Link in the video description where you can buy all the different components and parts that I'm showing here today. All right, next up, I'll be running these two stock 2S batteries in series to make them 4S. It's gonna be a weak 4S run. These have a good amount of voltage sag. They're not high performance and they're low capacity, but we should certainly top 47 miles an hour. We may well hit 55 or even 60. And there we go. Again, we're running two stock 2S batteries in series going into the ZTW ESC stock motor. Okay, the GPS is zeroed out and reading. And here we go. Oh, there we go. Whoa, slowing it down. Carefully, I don't want to flip it because I won't get down there before a car could run it over. So one more run this way. Easing into it. Oh, shit, there it goes. Oh, no. Oh, I think the GPS stayed on. So let me bring it over, see how fast he went. Here we go, 60 miles an hour, there we go. Pretty darn quick, only 3 miles an hour slower than my best run on that really fast XTeam motor. These tires just start ballooning so much past 60 miles an hour that it really can't go much faster. But I will try foams down the road, and with foam tires, it may well get closer to 65 miles an hour or possibly even 70 on 4S. Let's do one more run just because that was so much fun. All I have is a $40 ESC and the wiring harness, which was less than $10. And I'm running the stock motor with, I can't even think. The ZTW ESC, oh shit, there it goes. All right. Oh, those brakes are so touchy. You definitely need the programming card for this. I went off the road. But the beauty is it's an off-road truck, so I can just keep going. Here it comes. Easing into it. Oh, there we go. Nice. It's running great. One more quick run here, why not? Here it comes. Touching the brakes as gently as I can. I just want to keep running this thing to see how hot this setup gets. Easing into it. .4S power. These batteries should die pretty quickly, but I have a voltage checker and we'll check it out in just a minute here. It's definitely slowed down a little bit, but that's all right, that's expected. Oh man, spinning out. All right, let's bring it back and check out the speed. 58 miles an hour, so I'm not shocked it slowed down a little bit. And let's go ahead and check the temperatures under here as well. This motor's a lot happier at 4S because it's only 3,800 kV versus that XTeam, which is 5,400 kV. And I can hold my finger on here for over 10 seconds. It's not boiling hot. Well, the motor's hotter, so it does need to cool down. This setup here is not going to be something you're going to run more than a couple passes, especially on a hot day. But the ESC, nice and cool. This ESC will have no problem running this setup here. But the motor will get pretty hot at 4S because it's spinning so fast. Now, the final voltage, we're already down to 3.9 volts per cell, give or take. So I've run down close to half the capacity of these batteries, but that's fine. It's a lot of fun, and you could definitely fit some bigger 2S batteries in here. If I had two bigger batteries, I'd be running them. I just don't have two bigger ones that'll still fit in here. But again, for the cost of this setup, this is a lot of fun. 60 miles an hour on the stock batteries. All right, let's see how fast it's going now after all those speed runs. I don't know how many it's done. I haven't been counting, maybe 10, give or take, but I think it's gonna be a little slower now. We might be lucky to be still hitting 55, but who cares? It's still pretty damn quick. And this ZTW transmitter is giving me the range I need for these speeds. I wouldn't be wanting to try 60 miles an hour on the stock transmitter. The range is just not there. But this thing will also beep. If I go too far and I push things beyond its limit, it'll beep and let me know it disconnected. All I have to do then is simply hold it up above my head and it'll reconnect, beep at me, tell me it reconnected, and I'm fine. What a great setup. This runs even better than I expected. All right, did we still hit 55? Okay, we're still hitting 57. Not too shabby. Oh yeah, and it still has some great power. All right, let's have a little fun with it. I should probably pop that GPS off before I regret it then. Oh, it's just lighting those tires up.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always stay good, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted.
Oh shit, that was my foot yet again. Damn. I'm glad that truck doesn't weigh too much. That might be it for today. The ESC was already loose. I had only used a tiny amount of Goo Gone when I initially glued it in there, and it was already loose this morning, but I just knocked it loose. Not a big deal, just got to re-glue it, but I think that's gonna be it for today. The motor is pretty hot. I can only hold my finger on there for about 5 seconds and it starts to burn, so I guess that's the right time to quit. All right, well, there we go. With under $50 in modifications to this truck, it went over 60 miles an hour, almost 100 kilometers an hour. Again, the ZTW ESC has been working flawlessly in this truck, and I'm gonna use it in a lot of future projects as well, but I wanted to start off utilizing it in the HBX truck. Also, my LDA RC transmitter. This thing has worked exceptionally. This is about $50 on Amazon. Link in the video description to all the products that I use and have in the truck today. But this thing, the range is 700 to 750 feet versus the stock transmitter was about 400 to 450 feet. The stock transmitter provides the range you need for 30, even 45 miles an hour, but much beyond that, you're gonna want more range. And this one has worked great. So a huge thank you to LDA RC for sending this thing out to me. And I have a ton of videos on different setups with this truck, running it at 2S and 3S and now 4S, and modifying things and increasing the size of the battery box. So if you are interested in this truck or own it, you're definitely gonna wanna check those out. Also, I wanna thank my subscribers. I now am very close to 1,000 subscribers. I started this channel out really small, just running my vintage cars. Figured maybe somebody that had old cars would be, you know, bring them back down memory lane, see me run my Kyosho Raider and Big Brute, and I ran my Ultima as well. And it slowly grew. I was afraid to even put my face on camera, you know, when I first started off, the first year or two, really. And the channel's grown. I've had a lot of different companies work with me, probably about 20 different companies now. So that really helps me out. It's a very small channel with a small budget. And I want to thank all my subscribers, because now that I've reached 1,000, or really close, this video should do it. You know, the little bit of money I generate from this channel through YouTube, I can then throw that back into the channel and continue to bring you guys what I hope you find is really good content. So again, thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate, you know, the journey we've gone on, and learning from each other. I appreciate the interaction in the comments, and you know, I guess that's all I have to say for now. And hopefully tomorrow I'll get out here with the Bandit and I'll make a 100-mile-an-hour attempt. I'm really nervous about it, but on paper, the Bandit should hit 100 miles an hour on 3S. So stay tuned for that. And so yeah, please give me a like and subscribe if you like this content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.